3a, the graph of the continuous function g, which is the derivative of f. So I'm going to write that down right now. So g is the derivative of f. G is the derivative of f. Is shown here. The function g is piecewise linear. Yeah, I can see that. This is a new wrinkle. And the function g is equal to this formula for x values between 3 and 6. So here's where g is piecewise and linear. But now, starting at x equal 3, g is still piecewise, of course, but g now, well, I guess this is a piece of whatever. So g is now defined by a formula, no longer linear, like that. At if f of 1 is equal to 3, what is the value of f of negative 5? So once again, they're giving me a rate, f prime, they're asking for an amount. So that means I use the fundamental theorem to go from a rate to an amount. So I write the fundamental theorem as it applies to f. The integral of f prime is equal to the difference in two f values. I'm going to pay attention to x equal 1 and x equal negative 5 because I need to find the value of f when x is negative 5, and I know the value of f when x equals 1. So those are my limits for the integral, negative 5 to 1. I'm trying to find f of negative 5, so I do some rearranging. I move the f of negative 5 to the left side of the equation. That isolates f of 1. So now I've got f of negative 5 where I need it, which is on the left. Now I have to move the integral to this side, which now, because the integral was positive, it now becomes negative here. I'm subtracting. So here's my formula for finding f of negative 5. Notice they gave 1 point for identifying that it was necessary to integrate f prime. So again, as soon as I wrote the fundamental theorem with the correct limits and showed that I was integrating f prime, that earned me 1 point. Now I rearrange. I'm going to go find f of negative 5. So f of negative 5 is f of negative 1, which is 3, minus, here's the minus. Now I must find the value of the integral. So within these blue parentheses is the value. I think I'm missing a parenthesis. Yes. No, it's right here. So within those blue parentheses is the value of this integral here. So to find that integral, I've got to look at my graph of f prime over here. And I got to find the value of the integral using the graph of f prime. So I'm starting at x equal negative 5. I'm going all the way to x equal 1. So therefore this area counts negatively. This area also counts negatively. However, this area here counts positively. So I've got 1, 2, 3 multiplied by 1, 2, 3. This area is 9. 3 times 3. I must count the area as a negative because it is below the horizontal axis. The triangle over here has dimensions of 1 multiplied by 1, 2, 3. So 1 multiplied by 3. Because it's a triangle, I multiply by 1/2. Because it is below the axis, it counts negatively. And I have to add those two areas together. Then I must also account for the area that is above the x-axis. This area has dimensions of 1 multiplied by 1, 2. So 1 multiplied by 2. Again, it is a triangle, so I multiply by 1/2. That area being above the axis counts positively, so there's no negative like there was for these two areas. You can stop right there. You don't have to go further. That would earn you the full point. If you kept going, as long as you didn't make a mistake, that's fine as well, but you really should stop. 2 total points for 3A.